Welcome, everyone. It's Linda from LindaZ in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and I am so lucky to be with the master guru, Mr. Ricky Timms. And Ricky, where are you coming from?
So, hello, everybody. Linda, I live in Colorado. I'm in a small town called La Vida, Colorado. Not very many people know about it. It's only 800 people. My house is out on the mountain, but because I don't get such good Wi-Fi, I came to the office today to visit with you.
Oh, we're so happy to have you here, Ricky. I can't even tell you. Many of you may not know Ricky. I know a lot of you do because you're signed up for the event, and that's why you're on this presentation with us. But those of you that don't know, I know you're here because you are in the process of possibly winning $700 worth of free thread. And we have it was about 1,000 people, but we had some duplicates. So we took those out and everybody has a chance. So there's about 900 and those are phenomenal odds. We're going to do that drawing at the end. And we're also going to give a couple of CDs, I think 5, that we thought would be fun. So who is feeling lucky out there? Okay, everybody? Okay, well, one of you... Yeah, everybody, one of you are really going to have fun today. Those of you that don't know about this, I want to tell you a little bit about our warehouse sale. We had that about a week ago. Oh, it happened again, Ricky. You know, I'm not the most professional. He knows that. My earpiece keeps falling out. So if that happens again, just bear with me, guys. Can you hear me now, Ricky?
I'm good, yes.
Okay, good. He knows how to do this, so his doesn't fall out. Now, the warehouse that we had about over a week ago was the most wonderful success. And I apologize to some of you that we haven't gotten back to, like about 500 of you, that we took all of the people and called you, those of you that said you wanted certain machines that we knew we had a lot in stock. So we didn't call you right away. The ones where we had very limited amount, we called right away. So don't you worry. You still are in the running for the great prices on the warehouse sale, and we will be getting back to you within the next week. We finally have our whole crew back. It's so wonderful. We are open, which is, you know, we are just thrilled that we are being able to open up and say hi to you guys. I know when we have masks on, it's sometimes hard to recognize us, but we just are thrilled that we're able to be there. And the other thing that I want to tell you, we're going to do this drawing at the end of the presentation. And I want to give you a little bit of an agenda of what we're doing today. That will be at the end, but I'm going to interview Ricky a little bit. He's actually going to talk and tell you a little bit more about himself and about our event. And I want to let those of you that don't know much about Ricky or you're quilters or wannabe quilters, you do have a chance to be able to take this event. We are having a virtual, because Ricky, do you remember when we first wanted to do this? What was it? Was it March the first time?
Well, yes, we were going to do it in March, but we've been working on this for even probably a year already. So
I know. We've gotten to be real good friends. I've known Ricky for a long time, and I will tell you what impresses me most about him. And I don't know if I can tell this little story, Ricky, but when you were here in Chicago in St. Charles, and we had well over 1,000 people, and that was about 3-4 years ago. You had your grand piano brought into the big convention center in St. Charles. I don't know if you remember that. And you had the most wonderful piano tuner, because Ricky is a phenomenal pianist. And I wish I could have him, and songwriter and all kinds of things. And I really wish we could have done this, but we weren't set up for that right now. So Ricky, I don't know if you know this, but I went up there and talked to your piano tuner, because he was so fabulous. I could just tell, and I have a baby grand at home, and I dabble in piano, but not like you. And I said to him, would you ever come to my house and tune my piano? You know, I now have him coming once a year.
Oh, that's great. That's really great.
So every time we get the piano tuned to the right way, I always think of you. Okay.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah. And you're going to think of Ricky a lot when you see some of the things that he's doing. This event that we planned for in March, and I guess it was once even before that, we were, could not bring them in. So what we're doing, because the state of Illinois still will not let us bring in more than 50 people. So we are on the date that it was planned for, the second planning, which is, I believe it's June 26th, which is a Friday at 2 o'clock, or Saturday, June 27th at 10 a.m. in the morning. And you'll get a link about this too. And so when you do get that, don't worry about it. You are able to come to either one or the other. So if you want to come to the one on Friday, you'll sign in. We'll give you information on how to do that. And even if you want to come to both, that's okay. And then our real hands-on, so you're getting what, three events for the price of one, Ricky? And that's going to be in April. And that date on April, and I believe I have that, it is April 29th, which is the end of the month, and then May 1st. So you've got plenty of time to set up your schedules. If something happens that you can't get in on the 26th or the 27th of June, we are going to be able to let you, we'll record that, so you will be able, is that correct, Nick? Nick is our technical guy that's here. Yeah, we'll work something out so that if you can't get into those 2 days. But I'll tell you, Ricky, and I mean this in the bottom of my heart, we've had so much fun. He puts a smile on my face every time that we are talking with him, and that's what we want to do for you. Because he said, oh no, we're not canceling this. We're definitely going to be able to have this great event, and we're going to make people feel good about themselves and forget about anything else and just have a good time. So think about that when you're signing up, because you are going to have fun. We are giving you, and I'm going to let him get into this. I love this syllabus, by the way, Ricky. I really do. I have to look down at the screen sometimes to see what's going on. I know I'm supposed to look up here, but look at this. This is over $100 syllabus, and I know he's going to talk a little bit about it. We would like to get it into your hands before October or before June, but if that doesn't happen, don't worry about it, because you will be more than, be given more than enough information. So I think that kind of tells a little bit about some of the things that I wanted to explain to you. So now I'm going to turn it over to Ricky, because he is really the master. I'm just sitting here holding and touching and loving these fabrics. And Ricky, you tell us a little bit about how you got into this and what we're going to be doing.
Well, I want to clarify a couple things. Mm-hmm. We were all going to meet together in March, and we couldn't do that because of the COVID. And then we rescheduled for June, and now we've had to reschedule for next April. But what's going to happen in June is basically a 2-hour session, between an hour and a half and 2, where I'm going to just kind of talk with you and teach you a little bit, share some things with you from the full seminar that we would do next year, so that you can get a little bit of a taste of what's going to happen. And Linda wants to be able to get the syllabus into your hands before the event in June. And it's an online event. You're not going to go to the store. It's an online. I'll do 2 hours on one day, and then I'll repeat the same thing on the next day. So you don't need to go to both, because it's the same thing, but it gives you an idea just to dip your toe into the water, and gives you an opportunity to have your syllabus in advance. Am I on the right track there, Linda?
You are, and I'm going to show, because we've got a small screen here, and we put out some of Ricky's quilts. I don't know if you can even can they see this at all, Nick? It is, oh my gosh, Ricky, this is just so beautiful. I mean, truly, we've been able to hold this for 3 months now. Thank you, Ricky. I'll get it back, I promise. Well, tell us about this quilt.
Yes, so this quilt is called New World Symphony. I made that quilt in early 2002, and it actually ended up becoming my 9/11 quilt. And actually, it's appropriate for this time, because that quilt is about diversity. If the world could get along with all of its differences, the way the colors get along in that quilt, we wouldn't be having trouble like 9/11. So that was my 9/11 quilt, celebrating diversity and trying to pull the world together, which is why it's called the World Symphony. Yeah.
Well, you're doing so many good things. I can't even talk to you about everybody. I don't know if we've mentioned anything about the book. The book. It is really a wonderful book that's coming up. Can we talk a little bit about it?
Sure. So,
Okay.
like, you're talking about Lizzie Albright, right?
Yes, I am.
So, everybody, I've dabbled into the realm of novel writing with a good friend of mine named Kat Bowser, and we are just on the brink of having it printed. So, really, by the end of this month or early July, the book will be ready for you to purchase and have in your hand. It's Lizzie Albright and the Attic Window. It's about a 10-year-old little girl. She is celebrating her 10th birthday on Christmas Eve, but this is important, 1964, when we have beehive hairdos, juicy fruit chewing gum,
Yeah,
station wagons with
I
the
hate to
rear,
say it. I think I
the rear
remember that.
facing seat that goes backwards.
Yeah.
And Lizzie, this is Lizzie's world. But that evening, the family, which is she and her mother and father and two brothers, they go to a small town in Kansas called Cordelia, Kansas. Her grandmother lives in a mansion. And one of Lizzie's favorite places is the attic, where she can sing to the animals, the stuffed animals, or the dolls, and she can play dress up. She discovers a quilt that night, and the quilt was actually a Depression era quilt, and that quilt inspires an adventure. I don't want to go too much further than that, but it is an exciting story. It is very much, if people can just think, it's the Wizard of Oz meets Alice in Wonderland meets Harry Potter. All
Oh
three
my
of those
goodness.
rolled into one.
Oh, Ricky, I think we have the new format of Harry Potter coming up here.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm crossing my fingers that there's a movie deal in the future.
I have a feeling when you guys see, he has shared some things with me that we can't, go into right here, but oh my goodness, you want to be on our list for that book? We will have it available, and we'll probably start taking orders for it in June when you come to the virtual meeting. So we'll have all of that ready, but we just wanted to give you a little taste of some really fun things that are going to be happening.
And Linda, I want everybody to know that the quilt that inspires the journey is now also a pattern where they can make it. And I designed fabrics for Ben Artex that are fabrics that are reminiscent of the 1930s. So they can not only read the novel, but they can, and the idea is to cross-generational get kids sewing, because kids will want to read this book too. It's not a children's book. It's a proper novel, but the cross-generational will get kids sewing and making quilts, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. And think about it, guys. When Ricky is here in person in April, it's actually not that long from now, that book will be all out. We'll have the kits, but we'll have them before then. But we will have the book and the quilt made, and you're going to be able to see all kinds of things. You'll hear all kinds of information that you're just going to love. It's a wonderful thing. And Ricky, I really thank you for doing that. And Kat, I think it's a real tribute to our quilting industry of what you're doing. It's history, which I think is really phenomenal for us. So we're thrilled about it. We're excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah. Now, a couple of things, I had to have notes here. I'm sorry. That's why I keep looking down, because I don't want to miss anything. There are so many good things. And I probably should tell you, Ricky, you know this. This is my first time in our new video studio at our warehouse, which I am so thankful for. Thank you, Nicholas. He's in. Thank you, Debbie, and thank you, Tracy. They're all here. They're kind of watching what's going on. You have no idea how much we were almost ready to open this video when the COVID took effect. And so Debbie and I came up with a very creative way of filming all of the videos. And I hope some of you have seen them. We've had over 70 of them. And we did it from my home. And because has anybody else got a really clean, organized sewing room where you could film from all the time? No, I didn't think so. So we didn't go into my sewing room. We went into my laundry room, which is the cleanest place in the whole house. And we filmed there over 70 videos, and actually it worked out really well. So I'm used to, talking a little louder because I've got the the video. And Ricky, you helped me with that this morning because we're in a different type of format now, and it's really going to be great. You guys are just going to love it. So I hope you can see it. If I don't keep dropping this, whatever I've got in my ear, it'll work out well. All right. Can you see behind me a couple of quilts? I don't know if they can see that. Ricky, can you tell them what this is?
Sure. So the one that we see mostly right there, the purple and green one, that is called Viva Violetta. I do have patterns for that, but it is also made with my hand-dyed fabric, and it's a Rhapsody quilt. Rhapsody quilts are not made out of square blocks, but they are really easier to make than they look, and it's one of the topics that I will be covering in the seminar. So, so I'll touch on it in June, but we will cover Rhapsody quilts for certain in April next year.
Great. And now I have another quilt too. I don't mean to cut you off there, but and you've seen it. I don't know if they can see it in the. Can I bring it over?
Sure. That one is called Cool Kaleidoscope, and it's a really, really fun quilt to make. Again, I like to make quilts, or I like to even teach making quilts that look very complex and very complicated. But the truth is, they're really easier than most traditional quilts that we know how to make. So even though they have big impact, the Kaleidoscope is also a fun quilt, and I'll be teaching that as well in our event.
That's great. Now, you do notice up above the quilts, there's a nice sign, but can they see the thread? You want me to bring the thread over again and show it? Can you, I can't tell what they can see in the video or not. Okay, well, that thread is my favorite. And I'll tell you, I almost asked if I could put my name in because I have been collecting this thread. It is the Brother PES, and you can use it on any sewing machine. And I will tell you, I do a lot of, like I did this design work and this, and I don't know if they can see the back, but this was done on there too. And this thread has such a wide palette of color variation. Normally I use a lot of Floriani. I'll use the Madeira, even the Glide, but this thread is something I've been using now in the last couple of months, and I love it. I just did a design that I'm going to show in a video very shortly, and you're going to really like it. So you guys, whoever wins this thread is really, really going to have a wonderful thing. I want to show one more time about the fabric because, Ricky, can you tell them any stories about this? If you guys could feel this fabric, oh my gosh, it's just lovely.
It is luscious. I will say there's no way to experience that fabric until you really touch it. It feels like suede. It is soft. It is luscious. It is pliable, but it is hand dyed, and we dye it right here in the studios in La Veta, Colorado. Every piece is dyed 1 yard at a time. It's not in some big vat. It's all lovingly dyed 1 yard at a time. And once you get your hands on it and start using that fabric, oh my gosh, it is amazing. Now, Linda, I know you're selling it. Let me tell everybody my normal price. My normal price for that fabric is $25 a piece, a yard, which is like, whoa, sticker shock, $25 a yard. Remember, it's dyed one piece at a time here in Colorado, but we usually offer it like 5 fabrics for $100, which gives a 20% discount. But here's the big kicker, Linda. When I started dyeing fabric in 1998, it was $25 a yard. So 22 years have gone by, and I've not raised the price. So it is an absolutely fabulous value for hand-dyed fabric. You're going to love it, everybody.
You know, and Ricky, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting difficult because the supplier for our gray goods has gone out of business, and now we're having to seek a new place. So it could become more and more precious. So
I think it's very precious. What we were doing, Ricky, we tried to figure out a way how we could, we'd put blues on or greens on or pinks or what we would do. But, okay, I did it again. I love this. But we couldn't figure it out. So you know what we're going to do when they call us? We will just say, you have to tell us whether you want blues or greens or yellows, and we'll make sure that we get you the right color. Are you guys almost ready for our drawing? Okay. All right. Well, we have one more thing that I want to tell you, and that the important thing that we're telling about next week is next Tuesday, we're doing an OESD event. And I know, Ricky, you've worked with them many times, and Alex, the Quilter Select is something we've been doing too. So watch for our videos, because our virtuals, because they will do we will have those available for you to register for. And at this point, we aren't charging for them. We will be, so take advantage of it if you can. And the way you can order these fabrics, you can call our phone at 847-394-4590. And if there's something really special you want, we can do a FaceTime with you and show you some of the colors, but they really don't have a lot of time right now because of we're doing a soft reopening. So, just tell them that every single one is gorgeous. When I pulled out these, Ricky, this is not going to be in there because it's gone already. I couldn't believe the softness of this. I mean, it's gone, gone. Okay. All right. I think it's time, isn't it, for us to do the drawing? Okay. And wait till you see how we're going to do this drawing. Well, let's start with some of these cute little CDs. We'll do 5 people first. And Ricky, you asked me a question earlier. If you win the CD, these are little appliques. They're really fun for quilts, kids quilts, although I'd like these myself. And if you win one of these, what did you ask?
Well, are they still in the drawing for the big thread?
Yes. You're not going to be taken out. We have this wonderful app, and Nick has figured it all out. We only have the first name on the app, and you have 24 hours to claim your prize. If you have a phone number, we will call you. If you have an email, we'll do both. We'll email you. But if we don't hear back from you in 24 hours, you know what will happen? The rest of you will have another chance. Okay. But I have a feeling that most of you will claim your prize right away. Okay. So Nick, how does this work with this colorful wheel?
Click on it.
Going to click on it?
And let's actually shuffle the list.
Shuffle the list. Okay. Tell me when you're clicking. I'm looking down because I want to see. He's clicking. He's shuffling. Ooh.
It's exciting.
Can they see the wheel? I can see it right here. It's so cool. Okay. It's getting there. It takes a while, huh? Is it going? Oh my gosh. Somebody won. Look at the fireworks. It is Pam. We have a lot of Pams we know, so I don't know which.
We will figure it out.
That's for this. Okay, Pam, you got one of them. Okay, you got it recorded. All right, let's do another one. So now you'll get the gist of how the.
I can click on remove, but I'm just. So Pam is still in the drawing.
Okay, so Pam, you're still in the drawing. Who's feeling lucky? Come on, guys. Gotta have a real good momentum here. Okay, it's shuffling. When the fireworks come up, we know that somebody's gonna win. Okay, Laurel. All right, you won.
Laurels.
Okay. Now we have, I think I know who Laurel is because we don't have a lot of Laurels. Congratulations. All right, we have another one, and these cute, look at this little shark. I don't know if they can see it. It's running. Okay, who's going to get this one? Okay, it's getting there. Okay, fireworks. Oh, Lynette. Boy, the elves are really good. Now, how about a Linda?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got one more with these they're cute little dinosaurs, and they are all kinds of little, I don't know, cute little guys on here. Can I have one? I really do like this one. Okay, it's shuffling. We're getting ready. Who's going to win it? Stop. Patty. Patti. Patty. Let's hope it's you. Okay, one more. And again, I love this little shark, but look at this guy. Like a little fish, like a little snake. I don't like him. I like the lion, though. Okay. It's shuffling. Okay, come on, guys. We're just getting ready for the big one because the next one after this is the thread. Okay, Cindy. Oh, my gosh. I hope it's the Cindy I know, but I know quite a few of you, though. So one of you have won it. Okay, now for the big grand prize drawing.
And I will look for the last name.
You will look for the last name. Can they see this thread up here? Can you see that big thread up there? That is what you're going to get. It is phenomenal. Are we going to start it? I'm getting ready. Okay, come on, everybody. Cross your fingers. Okay, let's see who's going to be the winner. It's shuffling. It's going. Okay, let's see who it is. Is it you? Okay. Oh my gosh. Bonnie. Bonnie. Okay. And can we find Bonnie's last name? Okay. Let's see who the winner is. And again, if it's who I think it is, you should go out and buy a lottery ticket today.
That's exciting.
He's trying to find the last name. It's all the numbers on there. So, and if it's who I think it is, you can pick it up right now or call us because we will have it ready for you at the store.
Webb.
Bonnie what?
Webb.
Bonnie Webb. W-E-B? Okay, congratulations, Bonnie. All right, Ricky, I'm going to let you end this because I am just, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for doing this for us. I mean, you have no idea the heart this man has, and I can't get into it all, but it's phenomenal. And thank you so much. I really mean that.
Linda, thank you. I've promised you and I've promised everyone that's coming and that has signed up previously and who will still sign up, when we finally get together face to face, it is going to be a celebration. It's going to be inspiration. My heart for quilting is that quilting is more than making a quilt, and I think you know that. So I look forward to being with you, Linda, and all of you that will come. Join me for the 2-hour online thing here in June and get ready for next April because we put it off for over a year and I'm ready to rock and roll. So God bless you.
Oh, God bless you, Ricky. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks, Ricky. Okay.